What's good, everyone? You are tuned in to Raggedy Crimes and Chaos, where customer service is everything. I'm your host, and today we're in Florida, where a 49-year-old man bought some meth, had a bad reaction, and called the police to test it for quality. Because if you're going to do a crime, do it with standards. Let's get into this spectacularly stupid disaster. Alright, so this is Putnam County, Florida. We've got Douglas Peter Kelly, 49 years old. And Douglas is a meth user. Has been for a while. Knows his product. Knows what good meth should feel like. So, when Douglas buys some meth from his dealer and smokes it and has a violent reaction, he knows something is wrong. Douglas smokes the meth. Immediately feels off. Heart racing, sweating, nausea. This is not the high he paid for. This is not right, Douglas thinks. He looks at the remaining meth. This dealer sold me the wrong narcotic. And Douglas is mad. He paid good money for this. And he got a substandard product. So, Douglas does what any dissatisfied customer would do. He decides to file a complaint with the police. Douglas picks up his phone, calls the Putnam County Sheriff's Office. The dispatcher answers, 911, what's your emergency? Yeah, hi. I need someone to test my meth. Silence. I'm sorry, what? I think I bought some methamphetamine and I think I got sold the wrong drug. I had a violent reaction. I need you guys to test it. The dispatcher is stunned. Sir, you're calling the police to test your meth? Yeah, I want to press charges against the dealer. He sold me bad product. The dispatcher puts him on hold. Radios the deputies. Guys, we've got a caller who wants us to test his meth for quality. The deputies thinks it's a joke. No way. He's serious? Dead serious. Says he wants to press charges against his dealer. The dispatcher gets back on the line. Sir, we'd be happy to help. Can you bring the meth to the sheriff's office? Yeah, sure. I'll be right there. Douglas hangs up, grabs the remaining meth, gets in his car, drives to the Putnam County Sheriff's Office, completely oblivious to what's about to happen. Douglas walks into the sheriff's office, approaches the front desk. Hi, I called earlier about the meth testing. The deputy at the desk tries not to smile. Yes, sir. Do you have the substance with you? Douglas pulls out a baggie. hands it over. Here, I think it's the wrong drug. I want you to test it and arrest the guy who sold it to me. The deputy takes the baggie. We'll absolutely test this for you, sir. Just have a seat right here. Douglas sits down, feeling vindicated. Finally, someone's taking customer service seriously. The deputy takes the baggie to the back, runs a field test. It's methamphetamine, pure methamphetamine. The deputy walks back to Douglas. Sir, we've tested your substance. And? It's methamphetamine. High quality, actually. Douglas looks confused. But I had a bad reaction. That's probably because you're smoking meth, sir. So, what about my complaint? Oh, we're definitely addressing it. Stand up and turn around, please. What? You're under arrest for possession of methamphetamine. Douglas's eyes go wide. Wait, what? Sir, you brought illegal drugs into a police station. Did you think we wouldn't arrest you? But I wanted to press charges against my dealer. You can't press charges for selling you illegal drugs. That's not how this works. Douglas is cuffed, read his rights, taken to a holding cell. The entire sheriff's office is laughing. This is the dumbest arrest they've had in years. The Putnam County Sheriff's Office posts about it on Facebook with Douglas's mugshot. Douglas Peter Kelly called us to test his meth for quality. We tested it. It was meth. He's now in jail. The post goes viral. Thousands of shares, comments everywhere. Florida man strikes again. This is peak stupidity. Customer service matters, even in crime. The sheriff's office adds a follow-up comment. Remember, our detectives are always ready to assist anyone who believes they were misled in their illegal drug purchase. It's dripping with sarcasm, and the internet loves it. Douglas is charged with possession of methamphetamine, held on $5,000 bond. In court, the judge reads the report. Mr. Kelly, you called the police to test your meth? Yes, Your Honor. I had a bad reaction. So you brought it to the sheriff's office? I thought they'd help me. The judge removes his glasses. Mr. Kelly, the police don't provide customer service for drug deals. I understand that now, Your Honor. Douglas is sentenced to 6 months in county jail and drug counseling. The judge adds, and maybe next time, don't bring drugs to the police. So, what have we learned from today's Raggedy crime? Lesson 1. The police are not your consumer protection agency for illegal drugs. They will arrest you. Lesson 2. If you have a bad reaction to meth, maybe stop doing meth. Don't ask the cops to quality check it. Lesson 3. Walking into a police station with drugs is a self-arrest. You're doing their job for them. And honestly, the audacity. Douglas was so confident, so sure that the police would help him get justice against his dealer. He walked into a sheriff's office with meth and handed it to a deputy. That's not criminal masterminds. That's criminal negligence of his own freedom. All right, that's it for today's episode of Raggedy Crimes and Chaos. If this made you appreciate basic common sense, same. Tomorrow, we're talking about a woman in Montana who also called police about bad meth and told the officer she still had some inside her bra, then handed it over. Apparently, customer complaints are a trend. Until next time, stay safe out there, and please don't bring drugs to police stations. I'm out.